Hey everyone, and welcome to this 1/6 scale action figure unboxing and review. As you can see here, this is by TBL League. They are formerly known as Fison. They make the pretty well known in the collectible 1/6 scale world. They make seamless bodies that are made of this rubber, silicone, almost flesh-like material. They have an under articulated skeleton, which made in stainless steel. You can pretty much pose it. A lot of artists use it, collectors use it, use these bodies for different action figures and different you can do different poses and so forth. And this is actually Nancy in Hell. This is one of their box figures. TBL League normally sells their figures as just a seamless body. Sometimes they'll have it with a head sculpt. Maybe no head sculpt. This is one of their full box figures with a whole theme with all accessories and everything using their well-known bodies. Nancy in Hell is based off a Spanish comic book. It's almost like she's fighting zombies, I guess, the premise of the story. I've never read the comics. I would kind of almost describe it as like maybe a B-movie style action where you've got this sexy blonde lady with a big old chainsaw killing all these zombies and so forth. So I don't know the whole story, but this is the license they took this figure off of. And it kind of reminds me of another figure that I reviewed. I'll maybe put a link in the description below. It's a figure, kind of reminds me of this genre. It's another blonde with a chainsaw, another little pretty girl, I guess. And that's actually was based off of a PS3 video game called Lollipop Chainsaw. And that figure also used the Fison body, TBL League seamless body, and I can't recall what the name of who it was released by, but I don't think it wasn't a TBL release. But I'll actually show you later in the video in kind of comparison of that figure that I'm referencing this figure that was kind of reminds me of based off just the whole genre, I guess, of her with a chainsaw and this blonde girl. Box is really well done. You can see the magnets, and they also, TBL League was pretty nice. They always include instructions because this is all new. It's really, it's a figure that you can articulate. It's got a lot of articulation. I'm not sure how many points of articulation. A lot of articulation, but it tells you do's and don'ts of how to articulate it. Like I said, it pretty much moves almost like the human body. You can twist and turn the waist, bend the hips, the leg poses. You can make them doing splits. Just all kinds of really cool action poses with that. So very, very cool. Like I said, body, they sell them. I think I've done some unboxings on my video of these seamless bodies that you can buy separately that they produce. But you can see here, this is a sample I'm showing. This is my latest one. This is their latest body. I think this Nancy in Hell's body is using. It's their S29B. I picked that one up just a couple months ago. That seamless body right there. The head sculpt is not included. That was a separate head sculpt by another company. The clothing articles, her sweater, her hat, and there's her long socks, whatever you call it, ankle stockings, whatever. Those are all separate. So just looking at this body is kind of a comparison. I can kind of, what I've heard about this body is probably one that using one there. And looking from the photos too, before I purchased it, it looked like it was using that S29B body. So similar, very kind of short. I want to say that each of these bodies have different definitions. There's tall, short, different. There's some, I think, new bodies even that had like show a little muscular in the arms and legs, but this one doesn't. But definitely a different shape. But you can see it's nice that they included the gloved hands and ungloved hands. So if you want to switch it up, you can actually. Well, more than likely, I'll probably keep her displayed with her gloved hand since it's kind of. Like I said, I don't know the character fully in the comics, but you can see she's mostly using with the gloved hand. So it's pretty nice that they included these that are posed to actually hold that chainsaw. So yeah, like I said, the paint app on this is really well done. And you can see it's definitely, like I said, the hands, little fingers it's kind of rubberized, it's kind of soft, so you can actually manipulate it to get that chainsaw to hold it on there. And that's talking about the chainsaw. Let's take a quick look at this. Really well done. The detail and everything in this chainsaw is pretty spectacular. It's pretty pretty impressed. Pretty impressed with this. I mean, the paint application on this, and you got all the little. Yeah, I mean, definitely, it's got that even almost like a little blood on the actual chain right there. You can see the actual blade itself. Too hot for heaven. I love that saying. It's pretty cool. And it's pretty lightweight. Like I said, it's almost like hollow plastic. No metal parts in it. But yeah, just the detailing on this is pretty impressed with TBL League is putting out and their box figures. I mean, I'm sure people will buy this just to kit bash it. And if you're familiar out there not kit bashing, they may want to use the head sculpt for something else. And as I mentioned earlier, here is that Lollipop Chainsaw character that kind of reminds me of. She's also with her chainsaw right there. So kind of showing you a comparison of the actual chainsaws that was included with that figure. Yeah, two totally different. But I mean, the detail on it is pretty impressive on both of those. Yeah, that was the first thing I noticed when I saw it. I was like, hey, that almost looks like the Lollipop Chainsaw figure that came out in that whole character. So let's just take out this head sculpt, one of the shining stars of this set. Like I said, when I saw that, I mean, from the prototype in the pictures, and now just looking at it in person, it's definitely an attractive looking head sculpt with definitely very good paint applications on it. Yeah, I mean, this figure set right here. I mean, most people probably would want to buy this just for that head sculpt alone. Yeah, let's get a closer look at it. Yeah, really, really nicely done. Yeah, I love that little red stripe in her hair. Pretty neat how they did that. Very cool. You know, like that. So you got the long part of her long ponytail right there. It's really cool. It's got a little rubber banding around it. Let's just take out these foam protective wraps on the actual seamless body itself. And looking at it, revealing this, it's definitely looking pretty good. Yeah, they got her pretty snug in there pretty good. She's definitely not moving anywhere around in transport. Looking at the boots itself and looking at the shorts, her top, you even got the little leather belt around her. I mean, even got just everything about it is nice. I mean, just a little fraying around the shorts on the edges there is pretty cool how they did that. Pretty nice. Kind of show you the range of really kind of show you the range of the articulation on this figure. Yeah, when they came out with these a while back, Fison, when they were called Fison, before they changed their name, I had one of their figures. They had an underskeleton was made of plastic, so it was pretty not as articulated and smooth moving as the new stainless steel ones that they've now it's standard on all their seamless bodies. Big difference from the old plastic ones that were prone to breakage. I never broke one of mine. I think I only had maybe one or two of those that were made of plastic before they started making the skeleton and stainless steel. But looking at the boots, just I mean the little buckles, even everything about it, I mean it's just really, really, real well done. Which is interesting on here to note that the blood splatter on her, based on all her clothing articles, is nothing. You would think they would add a little blood splatter on the body itself, but why they did that wasn't sure. Maybe it just didn't look good on these bodies. I mean, they can get stained by the clothing sometimes, and they would these just the nature of these silicone style bodies. They pretty much absorb a lot of anything like dyes and paint, whatever. So maybe it just didn't look good on it. Who knows? I don't know. But either or, just kind of interesting that aspect that they didn't put any blood splatter on the body itself.